I mean, we could have a very long game coming out here, Owen.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's going to need to... there's going to be the point where Tinker is not going to be able to burst down that Deucer. It's going to take sort of a few rounds of rearm. But then again, if they get ahead and we see 4-5-8 start to snowball, getting an early defusal, he can get himself on top of the Deucer earlier.
I do think that they're a little weak early on. I'm a little afraid that this Beastmaster and Tusk could take over a bit here, but I guess the Deucer is gonna force the game to slow down a lot to allow Tinker and Yell to farm. About this one. This is kind of cool. Yeah. I'm locked on someone's player perspective.
Yeah, fix you.
I gotta fix it.
Stuff. Bog. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. The stuff. I'll drop a stuff if I want to. Here we go. So this is game 1 of the best of 3 between Entity and TNC Tigers. Here in the lower bracket of the SEA playoffs, loser will go home. Winner will be 1 best of 3 closer to being able to make it to the International 2018. I'm only picks on here with Fog. And let's see how this one goes down. A 5th pick Tinker for In Your Dream. See how he does in the lane.
Has he played it much recently? I know he's played it. He's a pub spammer.
He's got level 9 on his Tinker. It's pretty admirable. Level 9 Tinker on the Dota Plus.
I don't know why I felt like I saw them playing one in the... No, I saw a Visage and it just...
Oh, this guy's got a 2k level Battle Pass. Very nice. Very nice. In Your Dream. Give that man a clap.
Are they chat wheel spammers?
I'm ready to see. I'm sure chat will be able to inform us. How's the chat wheel spam been in SEA? Has it been pretty top tier? I do hope so. As we will get to see this game.
Lower my volume a little bit. All's good. All right.
The battle begins.
Alrighty.
Oh, 4-5-8. Not going to get his hand on this bounty rune, and in fact, he may be forced to skill the Doppler. And he is. Jumps out.
I like this idea that they do right here. They put the DK bottom. Yeah, Deucer mid. So Deucer versus Tinker, you have that matchup that's a little bit better versus Tinker. Dragon Knight can suffer quite a lot in there. So they're starting the aggro tri-lane. We're imagining they're going to TP pretty soon, though, to switch this up. Because they can put enough pressure with this Tusk and the Beastmaster. CM can probably just go bottom. We'll see what choice they go for, though.
We'll see how well Black can CS in this mid lane. As you say, once all the levels are there with the Snake, can be a little dangerous for the Tinker. But as it were, so far, so good. In the top lane, this tri-lane with pressure from Entity are going to be coming down onto 4-5-8.
Yeah, they're just spamming their spells. Go easy. Got clarity broken instantly, though. He did walk up, got nuked by the Jakiro. But no man on the CM for now. Has a mango. And instantly buys another mango and a sentry. Right at the start of the game. So Clockwork Green Ranger dual lane. This should put a good amount of pressure onto Pigman Chick. He can die very easily as soon as they get level 2.
Who's up top? The aggression diving in on 4-5-8. They have the shards down. Do they have the damage? He's only level 1, of course, at this stage. Doppelganger still on cooldown for 15 seconds. Joe Beasley's falling low, but Entity will find first blood. So they take down 4-5-8. Joe Beasley. Will he get taken down in return for 14 seconds? He really wants this, and he will get it, but it may cost him his life. No, the body blocks. 4-5-8 there.
Beautiful.
Blocking off Neuer and Hester Joe, making sure the 1437 doesn't fall. So 1 for 1. Entity, of course, getting that first blood and onto the carry.
A lot of experience, though, that 1437.
Bottom lane.
The of doing these dual lanes. And yeah, this is level 2. As soon as level 2 comes out, you're very under threat of dying if you're Dragon Knight versus these high magic damage heroes down here.
Yeah, Zephyr and K getting straight on top of them. Now, as you say, Sovereign and CS on that safe lane. DK is on his own, so it is going to be a tough time for the man. Top lane, look at the wraparound again, potentially Joe Busy. Managed to get the slow onto 4-5-8. In they go with the snowball. But Doppelganger back up in 5 seconds. The axe is flying through, bringing 4-5-8 down low.
Another doppel. That 7-stick charge salves before the doppel.
Oh, he's getting a bit of regen from it. In fact, he's trying to turn on Hester Joe. The axe has come out again, though. 4-5-8 falls. Hester Joe will go down in trade. Again, just throwing bodies at one another up top. But overall, even though it's 1 for 1s, it is Entity taking the PL consistently out of this top lane.
1437 is going to be high level. Look at all this. He's getting all the denies.
He said, you know, some teams like to mess around with the carriage Akira, but maybe this is going to become one. As he is getting just a little bit more out of the lane than the PL because the PL is getting pressured so heavily by these three.
Yeah, how much regen do they have? They've just got 4 more tangos on 458. I mean, he's really suffering. He's getting absolutely nothing up here. Sure, he's got 5 last hits, but that's been used to buy regen. He's actually bottom net worth compared with the CM. So this aggro, they're keeping a full aggro tri lane and just sacking Pingvin Chick. And speaking of sacking,
in trouble again. There up come the cogs. K and Zephyr ready with the chase down. The shackle shot connects the creep, and Pingvin Check will be cut down.
That's going to be very early phase boots. I think what Wind Ranger. Okay, Wind Ranger only got 1 of the kills, but pretty much phase boots done. That's going to make this DK have a very sad time down bottom that he's already had. Mid, Black's doing great. Pretty much even CS. Couple more denies on In Your Dream, but that'll happen when you've got laser. You still can last it with Mystic Snake, but you will start to get some extras.
As you say, with like sort of lane swaps as well, it's worked out because maybe if you did have it with DK and Deuce down bottom, neither of them would have had a good time. But this way around, at least you're having Black having a final time and the 1v1 against the Tinker.
DK's fine with being sacked.
Yeah.
Whatever for this.
As
long as you don't die too much.
Sure.
He's getting caught out again.
Do so again. Indeed, Zephyr doing a fantastic job of just finding the gap close. He just runs in and he gets Pingvin Check in the cogs every single time with this clockwork.
Ooh, doesn't want to be giving up this much. 30-0-3. Wind Ranger phase boots level 4. Now Clock can roam. That's the freedom about having this type of lane, is Wind Ranger can be secured by herself down here. So now Zephyr, move around the map, try to make plays, and just leave your Wind Ranger in a 1v1. You can make moves back down bottom if you want, but you have a lot of liberty now as this Clockwork to make moves around the map.
Now we'll see if anything's done about the top lane. 458 is starting to catch back up. In fact, making a bit of a go on to Neuer. Neuer is at the snowball and the shards ready. If things get too hairy, and he won't need to use them. 458 backs off.
Look at that. Zephyr early movement is actually just a warding move. So warding to watch that hard camp, as well to watch block out the ancients, and also sees CM put down a ward first, watching the river. So great first movements already coming up by this Clock.
We'll see down bottom already. He's come back around. Think we can close the gap, but Joe Beasley's there now, protecting Pingvin Check.
Wow, I mean, Black is doing great. I guess, I mean, I think I've just been seeing him use the Mystic Snake on the Tinker constantly just to keep that mana down. So he started to just pull away in last hits.
It's worked. Yeah, I mean, In Your Dream doesn't have any sort of mana to play around with because of this spam. The Black's been able to keep up. Top lane, Esther Joe will get chased down by 458, 4037. He has the Tusk with him. Neuer does still have a snowball available, I would imagine, to hold him back, and he does. Comes out, stuns the two of them, and makes sure that they cannot continue to chase the Beastmaster. Bottom lane, Zephyr tries to wrap around, opening onto Pingvin Check, but doesn't quite get the chance to catch him in the cogs this time round.
Man, Neuer is like one of the few players that is still consistently playing Tusk. Because we've seen that hero really start to fall
And they'll
off.
pick it early as well.
They'll pick it first 2 pretty much all their games.
And look at this, what we saw In Your Dream. He headed down to the bottom room, spots out this Invis room, says, I can't do anything with this, Zephyr, get yourself over, grab it. And he does. Zephyr's got it. And now with the Invis ready to see if he can set up for another kill onto Pingvin Check, and he's going to have a pretty good chance of doing so.
They should close
this. Yeah, they've got the focus fire. They've got Zephyr in position. Out he pops from the Invis. Pingvin Check gets called out again. The 4th death for this Dragon Knight on the bottom lane.
Dude, Wind Ranger. An early Javelin? This hero could really pop off, killing anybody on the map. Even the Dusa has to be careful if this Wind Ranger gets too big too early.
Yeah, it's the highest CS on the map at the moment.
So it's, you know, they've got the Tinker and the PL, which, as we talked about in the draft, can be a bit greedy. But if they've got this Clockwork and Wind Ranger just having such a successful time, that's how they can make the space. That's how they can put pressure on the map. Speaking of pressure on the map, mid lane, In Your Dream.
They're ready to gang. Neuer straight in with the snowballs, sharp block out as well. TPs will be coming through, but he's already dead. Zephyr, can he try and make the return kill? Looks towards Neuer, does have him trapped to the cogs, and we'll be able to get a trade of sorts. But still.
Damn, this Clockwork is just on the move. Always with clarities too. Right away, TP's mid, gets a kill, clarity's up. Wants to stay on the map, wants to keep that pressure going. Already almost level 5 on Clock. Big chunk of damage coming out from Battery Assault when he's got that level 3.
Yeah, we'll see how Tigers look to continue to play with their strength. Obviously, the 2 heroes down bottom, K and Zephyr, who had this fantastic start in the lane, whereas the other 2 lanes are suffering. So their lot is going to be on Zephyr and K to make these rotations.
That was a solo kill, huh? Hits level 6, gets the roar off.
And he
with
gets
the
out.
Ice debuff.
Yeah, 1437 couldn't quite bring down the Beastmaster in return.
I feel like we're gonna have similar. We're gonna have like mirror movements coming out from both sides of this game because there's a Tinker on one side and there's Deuce on the other. So both sides are gonna want to pressure these heroes. So you see these deep wards coming out early on. 8 minutes in and they're already warding just to check those hard camps constantly.
You see him trying to chase down Noya. He has got both skills still at the ready. He'll put the shards down. But they'll chase around with the Phantom Rush and Noya will fall. 458 and 1437 getting the kill done.
Nice. Black had a full, almost level and a half advantage over the Tinker for a moment after that gank. Snake bounces. Ouch. Our Dragon Knight bottom, though, getting gone on again.
5th time. He's got to be careful. They are going to chase him down with the focus fire. Is it quite enough? It isn't.
It's working.
Zephyr maybe there with a wraparound. Oh no, he's
No
coming in
way.
from the trees.
Oh,
Zephyr.
he's low on mana.
Oh, he doesn't have enough for battery assault. He has got a rocket flare, but it's only
Power
level
shot.
1. Oh, beautiful
Clutch.
shot from K. I mean, Ping Vinchek is just getting beaten to pieces on this bottom lane.
But
But at the same time up top,
the same thing
I was
top.
going to say, he's popping off on the Beastmaster.
Damn, he's got 4K net worth already.
He's got treads and medallion.
Yeah, I mean, that's very easy for them to get kills. And a lot of this benefit does come from having just even that slightest bit. The Arcane Aura, the CM Aura really starts to allow
Yeah,
all
that's
this pressure
true.
to come out. That's why you see Black also in the mid lane, able to constantly spam that Mystic Snake, even though he's been targeting the Tinker mostly to get that mana back.
Yeah, 458's got to be careful up
games.
top because the Roar is back online. He cannot stay too close to these creeps.
Definitely not. How's our CM doing? Okay, so Joe Beasy did go for the 1-1-1 build.
Oh, bottom lane, not again.
Oh,
This being the 6th time in the first 10 minutes of play that Ping Vinchek is just getting absolutely murdered on this bottom lane top. They'll make the go on to 458. He's used the doff, also heard to Joe Leasley open up with the Roar. And a killing spree for the Beastmaster. So it's close, but it really isn't on the side lanes. It's top lane is Entity just absolutely destroying it, and TNC Tiger on the bottom lane, they're absolutely destroying it. The offset really being that mid lane where we are seeing Black continue to have the better time. But as you can see, the net worth is pretty much dead even at 10 minutes in.
I am scared that this Dusa is free farming.
Sure.
Completely. And they have, like, I mean, the Beastmaster can put a lot of pressure on the map. Even with Hawk, you should be able to get, in theory, if you have a good game with your Beastmaster early on, you should, in theory, be able to keep your Hawk out aggressively and take those early tier 1s. And that's pretty much the most important thing you want to be doing versus a Tinker. So that should give Black a lot of space to farm. And he keeps getting these consistent Mystic Snakes on the hero as well as the range creep. Just staying full mana.
On top. Gonna be easy. Looking for this opening again. 458. He's in trouble.
They don't know which one's real?
They don't. They're trying to work it out. They know now.
They got to feel it.
But it looks like 458 is going to be fine. Doesn't manage to keep himself just far enough away. The Ping Vinchek and Joe Beasy won't continue to chase Noya. Still has the eyes on me. Has got the snowball backed up. Comes in. Shards as well. Doppelganger's going to be there in 5 seconds, but it may not be soon enough because there's the stun into the root. Held down again. This top lane Entity able to bully 458 back to the grave.
And bottom, KYXY. Secures the tower. Doesn't get the last hit, but getting close to a Maelstrom already on this Wind Ranger. That's going to be the damage they really need because they are lacking a lot right now. Kill this Medusa. At least the Wind Ranger's having a good time in that aspect.
And Hester Joe is now on the move. He said, all right, top lane, we're taking the tower. We've killed the PL enough. Let's go down and try and secure some control elsewhere in this game. Try and sort out this bottom lane.
I'm glad that this game I like the Medallion first. Medallion, I think, is just the most core item on Beastmaster, it seems. And then Shadowblade. He's just all about catching the Tinker in these later steps. I mean, playing Shadowblade, I don't think he can maybe go book later on, but he is the catch to find in your dream state. Apologies.
See what they can do down here. 458 is now. He's moved away from that top lane. The tower's gone. Doesn't feel it safe. It's going to start just farming neutrals over the half of the map of Entity. Zephyr 1437 smoked up. ready to close the gap. They've got the hook shot if they need to do so. There they have it. Straight in. Bam. They've got the catch. Immediate TP's coming out. Hester Joe's pretty tanky. Can they actually bring Hester Joe down? They do have the shackle and they will find him, but it's going to cost them kills in return as they've lost Zephyr on the clockwork. 458 popping the stick charges. King Vinchek, Noya, and Joe Beasy, they do not have the shrine available at the moment, so this is Tiger's potential to find more out of this. They chase Pink Vinchek with the focus fire, turn with the breathe fire. It won't save him. Power shots attempted, but it won't quite clip onto Noya. Black will come in with the rotation and actually clean up 458 though.
That is the most typical Black rotation ever, right?
Easy.
Black just walks in, one snake gets a kill. Happy.
And it's the kill on the carry.
Yeah. That's yeah, it's the carry, but if you we'll look at the network.
Sure, I mean he's not in a carry position at the moment, no, 458 because of the situation in that top lane.
Yeah. I mean they have to play around the Wind Ranger now, pretty much at this point. Has the Maelstrom finished? QXO is doing fantastic, but
yeah, it really is, as you say. Are they going to be able to kill this free farming Medusa? This is the big bad boss, Mr. Black, as we can see. He's just farming ahead at a beautiful pace. Yeah, standard pace for Black.
Look how they protected him too. Look at both the wards by Entity. You don't see aggressive wards now. They probably want to get some up anyway in the next couple minutes just to make sure they can keep tabs of Tinker. But these two wards are the I am protecting our Medusa's Ancients wards. So right away they're going to smoke. This is probably where they're looking to get some wards down. Maybe in that triangle. I think you want to make a smoke rotation there. Put that ward down just so you can watch the Ancients, watch the hard camp as well, while also trying to make a play.
Well, let's see who gets it here. They're smoking around one another.
Both teams doing the... we said this was going to be a game of mirror movements.
Oh,
look at this.
They found K. Well, as K found the CM. Starts to play around Joby. The shard's going to be off the mark.
Oh, doesn't have win run. They got to go for this dive play. Should be a free kill.
Yeah, no messing around. Raw there from Hester Joe. Noya comes in with the uppercut to punch him down as Zephyr will try and fight back. Comes in with the hook shot. 458 up the high ground as well. They're looking for Hester Joe with a freezing field for Joe Beasy. And so they have to be careful. They're taking a fair bit of damage. They will get the kill onto the Beastmaster, but it could cost them Zephyr's life. Zephyr trying his best to run away. The Inner Shadows bring him down low. Will it be enough to kill him? It will not. And he will survive. A snowball from Noya holding him in an unfavorable position will cost his life as well.
Meanwhile,
Black is taking a tower.
The Medusa in her own separate game, just casually free farming 2,000 gold ahead of the next person. That is very scary. It's a level 13 Medusa and a level 8 Phantom Lancer.
I mean, how do they kill the Medusa? How do they kill the Medusa?
They need the Wind Ranger to do it. That's pretty much the only way right now.
That's the damage at the moment, yeah. They need K to come in and find an opportunity to kill it, but they're going to need a fair bit of disable if they want to try and kill Black before he's able to pop the Stone Gaze.
Yeah. Definitely quite a task ahead for them. And they've been stacking too. Look at this. Black's farming a double stack hard camp, double stack medium camp. Just getting enabled by his whole team, almost level 15 now. So that peak timing we always talk about, of course, level 20, but level 14 at 15 minutes.
Oh, this is
already off to a very scary start, and TNC, they'd have to start preparing some ganks. They have to start finding ways to set up to punish this Medusa. So far, not able to. So
far, it really is that cool to put Black mid and have Ping Vinchek just tank this bottom lane. Sure, we saw Ping Vinchek. He died a lot, but he is more farmed than 458's PL.
By a good margin, by 1,300 gold.
He tanked a very hard lane to play against, so Zephyr and K played this bottom lane perfectly. Yes. But the thing, the Medusa wasn't there. That Black was enjoying life in the middle lane. He is now level 15 at 16 minutes in.
They're trying to stalk. They're starting to get these aggressive wards up to be able to keep tabs on the Medusa, but they already have some severe problems of killing her. I think that's a full... Okay, the Dragon Lance is coming out now as well. So Dragon Lance, Yasha, Mask of Madness, level 15, almost 16, 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. Zephyr.
Can they find this? They don't have the damage.
It's so hard. I mean,
between these two?
Yeah, level 9, level 8. No, I mean, it's not bad, but you compare it to what this dude's standing at. Level 15, and as you said, the D-Lance as well. She's got all those early times.
In your dream.
Oh, the setup. Hester Joe comes in from the Invis with the Raw. Black's going to come over. He wants the kill. He'll get the kill.
The snake contribution.
This is, it's getting so scary. Nobody wants to play against a Medusa as farmed as this.
No.
At this stage of the game, and especially a Black Medusa, because you know the farm won't stop. Black is just going to continue to sail ahead at the top of the net worth. He's found his momentum this game.
And they're not letting 458 get any space on the map. This Phantom Lancer, bottom 5 net worth. Zephyr now. Finds a hook, but there's no follow-up just yet.
Snowball across to 1437. The punch up. He's separated from the rest of the team. Joe Busy pops down the freezing field. Will get stopped by the ice palm. But it will not be enough to keep 1437 alive. As Joe Busy claims the kill, they're in position to take a tier 1 town. Maybe even more if they wish to do so. As they do have the Elder Dragon format. And Black more than happy to join the fray.
Yep. I'm just keeping the level tab up. Level 16, almost 17 now. Level 13 is the Tinker. PL level 10. 6 level differential between these two carries.
I mean, is it sort of looking back on things? Was there any way that Tigers could have done something about Black in that middle lane at the start? Because they couldn't really switch their lanes around, could they, to punish him? Could they have had some sort of rotation or additional help for the Tinker? It seems sort of impossible with their job, because they need that Tinker to have the solo lane.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like this aggro tri-lane really put a lot of pressure on them, right? Because they were like, we want to help our PL, but they actually couldn't really. We see 458 has the first Blade of Alacrity right now, but slowed down so much. And he spotted again. That's the Joe.
Oh, he's got Raw back up.
He knows which one's real. He's pinging it.
Has he got the right one?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he has. Bam. Again, 458. Taken off the map. They do get the Shackle. Onto the 2. They'll take the CM. Zephyr just go for the hook shot in on Tessa Joe, but look who's moved over Black, and still got a bit of a remaining time on that double damage room, so he just rips through Raw 1. Stogaze is popped as they have to try and back away, but K is stuck on the high ground. A double kill for Black. This Medusa well and truly out of control at the early stage, and 19 minutes in, he's got a full Hurricane Pike.
5k gold ahead of the next person. He's almost got, he's got 10 last hits per minute as well, while getting involved on those 4 kills. Just walked in, easy contribution every single time. Yeah, it almost feels like, you know, they started with Wind Ranger and the Clockwork Bottom, right? But I think maybe, you know, they killed Pigment Chick 7 times, but I think 7 seems to be a little bit too much, right? You maybe wanted Zephyr to make the rotations mid or top earlier. Although he's had an excellent game on the Clockwork, found those opportunities, and they've killed the DK, that's not the hero that's winning the game. It's the Beastmaster and the Medusa running around. Mostly the Beastmaster, getting the kills and really the Black farming.
Yeah, it feels like TNC Tigers have fell perfectly into the game that Entity wanted them to play. Yeah. They were like, yeah, kill the Dragonite. We do not care. And you can see, look at the net worth. The DK is now pretty much up there with the highest net worth heroes on TNC Tigers.
He's got his key
dying that much, yeah.
He's got the blink. Like, he's got the drum so he can run around with his team, but then a blink dagger. Now he's got the ways to actually catch the Tinker, get on top of that Phantom Lancer as well. And yeah, so we said, you know, level 20 sometimes takes a bit of time for Medusa. Level 19 on Medusa already. Yeah, it's part of the plan, and it's something, you know, that in your pubs, if you go 0-7-0 in 10 minutes, you're probably going to get flamed. Now all you got to do is just say, hey, I'm doing the ping Vin check, and they'll be like, all right, that's fine then, because he's doing it. It's perfectly fine. He's in a fantastic place right now. He's got blink. He's on his way to BKB. He fed 7 times the lane. It wasn't feeding. It was just tactical.
Building his emotions. I don't know. Emotional learning.
When you're playing with a player like Black, right, you chose this man, the Medusa last pick, to win the game by himself, and he's doing so. But here we go.
Another got a roar. Hester Joe's catched out in your dream once again. He goes for the frostbite, trying to get himself out of the Marching Machines. A rocket flare will hit, but the urn healed up Joe Beasy enough to keep him alive. Mid lane, Pink Vinjex jumping in. They take down 1437. Hester Joe continuing to try and chase down Zephyr, but Zephyr pops down the cogs. So will get himself out of there. But again, another fight won by Entity. Into the pit. Black is ready to go. It's 21 minutes and he's about to have the level 20.
And he's gone for some damage in this game. Goes for Maelstrom. He's like, I'm versus PL. I want to be able to kill this Phantom Lancer as well. And be able to clear these quick waves.
I mean,
he's so farmed. It's actually absurd.
It really is. With 21, it's getting to the point where you are, if you're TNC Tigers, you're just sort of asking yourself, are they going to throw this game, Entity? Like, can Entity still throw this game? Because it's all in their control. This is 18-16, 9k advantage, 22 minutes with a Medusa. Look at that network. She's nearly double that of any of the cores of TNC Tigers at 22 minutes in. That shouldn't happen.
And he can still just get his farm going faster and faster.
Oh, look at this again.
He's got the peak
There we go.
In Your Dream gets caught out on the Ancients here.
Yeah.
It just seems like, I mean, the Tinker just keep getting caught out. We said it's going to be a bit difficult versus this Beastmaster to really keep yourself safe. Get spotted on the high ground again by Hester Joe. Quickly focus down. And sure, the March is doing a decent amount of damage, but as soon as you see Black turn up into the team fight, they all just have to run away from this Medusa.
Oh yeah, yeah. They can't kill him.
They cannot
They can't come near him. What do they do about this Medusa? They've got to hope that Black just waltzes into the base and waltzes into the fountain.
I mean, he's got some insane EHP right now at the moment. Sitting around 4,000 effective HP on this
And where's the way to do it? How's the PL doing? Are we close to the diffusal blade?
He's got
it.
diffusal.
He's just okay.
But
he's got the diffusal.
1,000
die so quickly.
1,000 HP Phantom Lantern running.
Bottom lane. Here we go. They roll in. Zephyr tried to come in with a hook shot, but he's just given up his own life as well as Entity take both of them. It's all falling apart here for Tigers in game 1 of this best of 3.
I mean, Black, we talked a lot about how farm Black is, right? And how he's going to 1v5. They're setting him up for success. Mentioning 1v5, Hesta, Joe, and Noya are 17 of the 20 kills on the map so far. This Beastmaster seems to find the right opportunity.
I think they got to ban the Beast.
I think you got to ban the Beast.
I think you got to ban the Beast against Hesta, Joe.
Because, sure, Black's playing an amazing Medusa right now. He's farming incredibly well, but there's other carries that he's going to substitute. It's Black, right? Like, you've got to deal with the Beastmaster problem.
Like, this is because this is Black playing, you know, obviously he's playing amazing, but this is sort of expected when he's sort of been set up for this by his team, by the team composition, by the lanes, which they absolutely did this time. They gave him this favorable matchup in the 1v1 against the Tinker, which he did absolutely own. You know, he crushed that lane, bullied the Tinker out the lane consistently. But yeah, for sure, as much as this looks like Black having an incredible time, this is just another day in the office for Black when he's sort of been able to build this team around him that allows him to play the kind of Dota that he wants to do and that he excels at.
Yep. I mean, the 0, 7, 1, and 7 Juggernaut we were talking about is second in net worth. They have the top 3 networks on all 3 of their cores right now. And they've even already put down Tinker wards, so they're in preparation for In Your Dream having this Blink Dagger, which he's had for a bit, but they already know what he's going to be in the majority of these situations, so it puts more pressure onto this Tinker who's already having such a hard time.
I mean, I don't know if we've got any of the stats men awake at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised, though, if this Medusa performance from Black is sort of pushing some records somewhere. But this is very quick.
He had a similar game like this the other day, mid.
Okay.
They find another kill.
But these numbers look very impressive.
And he's double now. He's now getting to the double net worth level, so if everyone else. What's that GPM looking like? He was at 700 last I checked. 720 now.
720, 25 minutes in, not bad at all.
Level 21 as well, keeping that experience.
He's got 4.3k gold as well, ready to spend on the butterfly, which he has queued up.
I like how he's not even like, I could go Scotty in this game and be even more immortal, but no, I mean, Black likes to be able to do deeps. He likes to be able to farm.
Top lane. That's Joe and Joe Beasy finding Zephyr on the clockwork. Couple of ults, need to go. And Dream trying his best with the Marching Machine spam to push these lanes back out. But Black, I mean, it feels at this point he could just get a rapier, just end the game, just do it. Come on, Black, show us.
458, snowball, quick blink out. And now they've got BKB Dragon Knight too, so Penguin Chick isn't even very afraid to just jump in and start these fights. Uh-oh, In Your Dream. He's earned up.
He's been stunned as well. Instant jump in and another kill for Black.
Oh, I think the urn ticked as he rearmed for the blink, so he couldn't actually blink out. But gets caught again. 15,000 gold lead. This got out of hand.
I can't believe how far Black is. This is...
As
we say, we've not really got the chance to see the SEA games. Maybe this is, you know, another performance here for Black that he's had time and time again in this playoffs, but he is looking to be on prime performance, and when it of course is needed the most. These last 2 best of 3s of the Southeast Asia region, everything in terms of qualifying for TI for those at hand playing at these games.
Yeah, they're all about setting up this man for failure, for success, and that's exactly what they've done this game. The pressure coming out from Beastmaster Tusk. And I mean, just the absorbing ganks by Ping. We'll give Pimvik some credit, right? He tanked those ganks.
He did. And to give him more credit, he died 7 times in the lane. Has he died since?
No, he has not.
No, he has not.
And now they've got, I mean, it's full map control. You're versus a Tinker lineup. You've got full map control with the Medusa. You are feeling incredibly comfortable. In Your Dreams, trying to get outside the base to keep these lanes pushed out. But at some point, you're probably going to get caught here. There's the blink on the Dragon Knight. This Beastmaster's been constantly hunting you. There's blink on Tusk as well. And now, another scary thing is too, this Tinker is going to be the only one who's really able to get outside the map and farm safely. So we're going to see 458, who's already struggled to find farm 1 in 8 on this Phantom Lancer. Now it's going to be even harder to find farm. This Tinker is going to be absorbing most of it. The map is completely dwindled down. Just entity all over it, all over the place. And they're ready to hunt. In your dreams, got to watch out where he blinks.
Absolutely. He has to pretty much just farm from the trees. And even at that, it's not entirely safe as mid lane, 1437.
Like, look at the places where they're trying to find farm. PL is farming the enemy woods right now, just trying to find those places because there's just not a lot of space on the map for him.
Ooh, one Joe Beasy, keeping himself out. Hester Joe, always hunting. Will he find though? That's the question. Ooh. Shards won't quite clip onto In Your Dream. We'll be able to make it out of there. But Black Butterfly completed me on it.
Oh,
ready to go down mid as that'll be the Jakiro gone. Level 23 on Black.
Butterfly and Mjolnir, huh?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
He is absolutely massive.
And 458 trying to juke. Gets roared though. Gonna get chain stunned.
He's gone. Dead for 50. Off the map again. He just has not had a chance to play his game. 458.
Alright. I don't know. I don't think they can come back. It's a double net worth.
It does say, but Black's got to throw.
Black's got to throw pretty hard.
He's got to throw very hard this game.
I mean, he's got... look at the items. You know what he's already saying in chat, probably.
What do you got?
In his group, in his game chat, he's probably like, I can just get a Satanic next. Get my split shot, uses modifiers. And then he's got Mjolnir and Satanic with modifiers. How do they bring this man down?
You just stand... Yeah,
and look, he queues up the Satanic literally as I'm saying it. Thank you, Black. This is what's great about being able to panel with
you did spend a week with him saying that you should build Satanic every game.
Yes, this is true.
So we know what goes on in Black's mind.
Yeah. I like this talent too that he chose. The level 15. I mean, it hasn't really done too much, but I like the 20% Mystic Mana steal. Like the attack speed, 30 attack speed's great. It's kind of tough to get it, but he optimized for just damage build with his items, so he just wanted to have that extra. That one's one that's very torn between the pro players. Some of them say you have to go attack speed.
The others. I see
some
most,
you gotta go.
like the attack speed is slightly more favored, isn't it?
Yes, I think the attack speed is a bit more favorable. Oh, they're trying to make aggressive play. Joe BZ will be the one caught out by it.
So they get something for the PL hit. 458 comes in with the cleanup. Yeah, sitting at level 16, whereas Black is nearly level 25 at 30 minutes in. He's about 1k gold away from having the completed Satanic. They can't let this happen again in game 2 Tigers. They can't let Black have free farm at the start.
But yeah, I think the deuce up, like we said, Black played great, but it's really the pressure that this Beastmaster, this has to Joe.
Yeah, that really is, yeah. If you're Tigers, you got to be thinking the Beastmaster has got to go. We can't let them have this lane again.
Either grab it earlier, ban it.
Oh, and so
they caught him this time.
They get in with the snowball onto In Your Dream with a vision from the Hawk, and they'll be In Your Dream gone.
And Noya is already pretty much has a Lotus Orb finished, and I looked at the Tinker's item build, has the Ulti Orb, so he's going for a Hex versus Lotus Orb. It is very hard to play Tinker. You end up like just hexing yourself in a lot of situations. Time for that high ground. The Satanic isn't quite out there for this Medusa, but
he's got the courier in place ready to pick up the Reaver. And nice pop will come out and hold down Pink Vincheck, but he is very tanky on this.
He's got a PKB.
They're going to buy back with the Sinker. They're buying back. They're throwing everything in on this defense. Pink Vincheck will get brought down to half. They do get the Shackle Shot, but there's the snowball save. Noya comes in, keeping the Dragon Knight A-OK, so Pink Vincheck can walk it off.
That was some real trust coming in there. I think he's knowing that their damage is pretty limited now on TNC Tigers, but this Dragon Knight held the BKB the whole time, knowing that the Tusk was going to jump in and save him. Yeah, game just looking incredibly impossible. 14k differential between the Medusa and the Wind Ranger. Or the PL, or the Tinker. Yeah, that's the Satanic finished. And a DD outside the Roche pit. Nahaz is probably very happy.
There we go. Easy Roche for Black. Literally impossible for them to fight them. Maybe they can try and go for a steal.
If they
But
fight
that's
around
it.
this area,
Yeah, I mean,
oh my goodness.
Oh, with the DD, yeah, they just get wiped.
He's got it hard on PL, but this Dusa has itemized for the deeps.
Yeah. Black still has no trouble cutting through a hard PL.
No. They might even just go on the high ground here.
And then you can see how scared 458 is about jumping in. K will try and commit. The snowball's there, taking them across. Doesn't have to win run, but Pink jumps and he just goes straight in with a BKB in the other Dragon Form, looking to take down the win range, and he'll find. And Black coming in from the side. Zeph is going to be cut down. They've lost 2. The buybacks coming out. Both of them from Tigers. A third down and a third buyback. They're throwing everything into this fight as they know this could potentially be the final fight of the game. Tigers, or at least the final chance for them to have any sort of hope of swinging this one round, as they are now 26,000 gold behind. That's before the Roche has been taken. So with the Roche, once they look to take an entity, they're going to be even further ahead.
They used the Elder Dragon form, but they've still got the Mjolnir up on the Dragon Knight as well as the Medusa, which really is going to make 458's team fight presence quite limited as this Phantom Lancer. Black gets shackled.
Yeah, they do. They have the shackle. Do they have damage? Ice Path is down, but look at that HP literally not going down at all.
And that's
Win rate is gone. That's a dieback. 458's fallen as well. He's down for a minute without buyback as well. 3 heroes gone. Only In Your Dream and 4037 left standing alive as Entity can freely move into the pit. Not even have to worry at all about Tigers attending to the Roshan, as this will be a free Aegis for Entity Gaming.
They don't even have to. They didn't even need Stone Gaze. Black's just like, okay. I mean, I have Butterfly. You guys can't really pierce through my vision. Doesn't even have to use Satanic. They just throw a Mjolnir on the Dragon Knight, blink into all this damage that's being applied in the field. You know, Jakiro Dual Breath, Marching Machines. The Mjolnir procs start adding up, and I mean the PL. Sure, you have a heart, but you are half the net worth of. Rough.
Why are they ready to go?
They almost have Hex on Tinker, but you know, it's going to be great extra disable, but as we've seen, they just don't have the damage anymore to deal with Black's Medusa. I like the pipe build also by Hesta Joe. I actually think this Beastmaster itemization has been flawless this game. Medallion, Shadowblade for hunting, goes back for Solar Crest to make sure they can rush, gets a pipe 2 for the team fight, gets a blink so he can catch. He knows his job this game. He doesn't need to go book. They've got the damage, they've got the carry. They just need to be able to get on top of that PL, get on top of that Tinker, and the fights will be secured.
Should be ready to give it a push with the full MKB on its way to Black.
It's finished already.
Yeah. The items just do not stop rolling out for Black on his Dusa.
850 GPM. No, it's starting to tick away. There's no creeps around.
He's got to take the base.
There's no creeps, Black. There's no creeps in this area. He's got to run mid.
He could hit the 900. If they can get a team fight and a game win, you're going to see some fantastic GPM being hit by this Dusa. As the game could potentially come to an end very shortly. Pink top, Ping is out on his own. With a hook shot in. 458 finding the lockdown and hasn't got the damage to finish his off the rest, but he's going through and indeed. Ping been checked back up to full. With cheese and the BKB, he's finding Joe Beasy on the high ground, letting it go with the freezing field. A 3 will fall on Tigers.
Meanwhile,
the mid lane, Black is just cleaning up the barrage. 1437 gone as well, and they'll finally tap out Tigers. They've had enough. GG is called as Entity take game 1 off the back of Black just having all the space in the world to farm and making the world more out of that opportunity. This is one of those games